Hi everyone, it's Chandelier Thoughts 555 and I'm here with another dating video. So in this video, I am going to speak about the importance of keeping your boundaries and standards while you're in the field of dating and you're trying to find your life partner, your mate, or whatever you want to call it, your husband, wife. And in this video, I'm going to speak about the mistake I made in not keeping my boundary of not dating smokers and people who drink habitually and how it impacted me in the long run. Now, even though some of your boundaries and standards you may think may lower your pool of mates that you have able to select from, while that may be true in some aspect, the better point of having a selective dating eye is that you want to read out the people that are not within your desirable um have desirable traits for you that are desirable to you. Me personally, people that drink or smoke a lot are not desirable to me because I don't want to develop that habit. And it's just something I would prefer not to have in my life. I don't have anything against the people that do it. I can be friends with them. I even dated a couple of people that were like that. But in the long run, I ended up losing myself and falling into peer pressure. I started drinking and smoking more than the person that got me into it. And I realized that I forgot who I was in the process of dating somebody that was like that. And in the process of me lowering my boundaries and standards and the boundary of me not liking to date a person that drinks or smokes actually made that person like me more because I had that boundary and because I didn't want to engage in that activity. But because I lowered myself to their level and started doing what they consider to be their norm, they actually lost attraction to me because I was doing something that almost everybody does. So even though it may have been fun for me to do in the moment, ironically, this person's attraction and respect for me went down drastically because the main attraction I probably had compared to other girls was that I was not a drinker and I wasn't a smoker. And for the first couple of months, I was really adamant about it. And to be frank, I shouldn't have entertained this person to begin with. But people be persistent, and if they're polite enough, I'll give them attention. And considering that this was not someone that I met on the corner of the street, but in a setting that was more professional and more, and another thing, like workplace relationships, that's another video I'm gonna make on. Because me personally, if I was a supervisor, I would not be deterred from having workplace relationships depending on the dynamic of it, because realistically you spend about the majority of your time in the workplace. Something is bound to happen. Nowadays you're either meeting your spouse at the workplace, a dating app, a club that you go to, the church, or a book club, or any other gaming club or something. Like, those are the top 5 places that you commonly go to on a regular basis where you will meet your future spouse. So that's that. But I met, my most recent ex in the workplace, and it was fine and dandy until, as I stated, I became more of a drinker and a smoker, and lost myself in the process. And there's no like animosity towards that person, but it was just such a eye opener when I realized, like, part of the allure that I had towards this person, or that person had for me, was that I was not a drinker or a smoker. And the importance of keeping your boundaries and standards is very high because it gives you a caliber towards the opposite sex that they have respect for. And they'll have more respect if you choose to not entertain them to begin with. And that's a mistake that I made, that I probably entertained the person longer than I should have. So that's something I had to learn through trial and error. But I want to prevent you guys from going through that process and finding a spouse, or whatever term you want to use, a long term dating partner, quicker. And that's more on your level or where you're at in life, compared to someone that hasn't necessarily reached that point and that would lose respect for you because you were meant to be an example to them as how they should live their life, versus a person that should have their life intertwined with yours. So this person did eventually stop drinking and smoking, according to what they shared when we touched base with each other, which is great, and I'm proud of him. But I wish that in the long run we probably would have remained friends or like acquaintances that were not that closely tied together. But long story short, women, females, ladies, if you want to maintain a man's respect for you, keep your boundaries, keep your standards, don't lower them for nobody. If your standards are excluding people due to like looks or financial reasons, then maybe you need to adjust. But when it comes to character flaws that you do not like in a person, then those are things that you should maintain throughout your whole dating journey. So that's the video for today. I appreciate you guys for coming by and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.